My name is Elvis, and I work as a metro train conductor. It's not a glamorous job, but it pays the bills and gives me time to pursue my other interests. Normally, I don't work the night shift, but on this particular evening, my colleague fell ill during his shift, and I was asked to cover for him. My manager informed me that I'd receive a generous overtime pay, which was perfect since I was saving up to buy a special birthday gift from my wife Nana. We had recently moved to a new house, conveniently located near the train depot, making it easy for me to walk home after work. I agreed to take on the job. As a train conductor, it's my responsibility to do a thorough walk down the train before departing for the depot. The night shifts are usually quiet, with few passengers on the last train. Tonight was no different. When the train arrived at the last station, I kept the doors open and started my walk through the carriages, checking for any remaining passengers. As I made my way through the train, I noticed a teenage girl sitting quietly with her head bowed, as if she had fallen asleep. I approached her gently and shook her shoulder. She looked up, thanked me, and hurriedly walked out of the train, disappearing around the corner towards the lift area. Satisfied that the train was empty, I closed the doors and drove the train to the depot for the maintenance crews inspection. After parking the train, I decided to walk home. On my way, I usually stopped at the last train station to have supper with my friends who work there. As I was approaching the station, I saw something that made my blood run cold. The same girl I had just woken up was lying on the road, her body mangled and surrounded by a pool of blood. Panic surged through me. I ran into the station, shouting for my friends and telling them someone had been in an accident. They immediately called the police and emergency services. We grabbed the first aid kit and rushed outside, sirens blaring in the distance. To my astonishment, when we reached the spot, there was no one there. The road was empty, devoid of any signs of an accident. I looked around frantically, trying to make sense of what I had seen, but there was nothing. My friends were confused, and I apologized profusely. The police arrived, and after explaining the situation, they let me off with a stern warning, thinking I might have been hallucinating from fatigue. Understanding my distress, my friends led me back to the station. They sat me down and explained that I had likely encountered the Sleeping Maiden, a spirit known to appear from time to time. According to the legend, the Sleeping Maiden was a young girl who had died tragically near the station many years ago. She occasionally appeared to night shift workers. Before we ended the conversation, one of my friends asked, "Did the girl say anything to you, or did she just walk off?" "She thanked me before leaving," I replied, still shaken. My friend looked relieved. "You're lucky. Those who get the cold shoulder from her often face misfortune. Consider yourself fortunate that she acknowledged you." I could not sleep that night. The events replayed in my mind, and I could not shake the image of the girl's mangled body. The next few days at work were tense, and I found myself glancing over my shoulder, half expecting to see her again. Though the rational part of me tried to dismiss it as a hallucination brought on by exhaustion, the fear lingered. The legend of the Sleeping Maiden haunted me, and I could not help but feel grateful that she had acknowledged me with a simple thank you. The story of that night remains with me, a chilling reminder of the unexplained and the thin veil between our world and something beyond. Now, every time I work the night shift, I can't help but wonder if I'll see her again, and what might happen if I do. This recount of my eerie encounter has left me with a sense of unease that I can't quite shake. The legend of the Sleeping Maiden lives on, and those who hear it can't help but feel a chill run down their spine, wondering if they'll be the next to meet her gaze in the dead of night. If you have enjoyed the content so far, consider leaving a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and continue making videos that keeps you awake at night. With that, we will see you on the next video.